Hey guys, Will's here. In this video, I want to skip around a little bit and just give you guys the highlights of my thought process on units and items and building this hunter build that is taking over the meta recently. Now, this game was played off stream one day before the recent balance patch is coming out, so the only difference in this gameplay from the gameplay going forward is that the burst rifle item will now be nerfed, so keep that in mind. This build may take a little bit of a hit because of that, but otherwise I think it'll still be strong, so I still think this is a good synergy or comp to try for yourself. So we're starting off here in round 4, round 5. I just want to give you guys a good idea of typical early game when you're playing this build. This is, can be applied to any game. In the early game, you're just trying to find some decently strong units, maybe add a synergy or two. Try not to force your end game build from the very beginning of the game, So in this lobby, I see Sacred Lancers in the Legend pool, Tsunamis in the Legend pool, so also Shining Assassin is in the Legend pool. Those are units that I try to build around. So with Lancer, I try to pick up all the early warriors. That's why I have Stone Spirit added to the extended pool into the main pool. Also pick up the hunters, because Tsunami's in there. And with the Shining Assassin, if I had rolled some early assassins, I might have opted to try either feathered with assassins or 6 assassins or 9 assassins, because Shining can carry the end game if you can hit her. But of the 3 builds, the hunter and the 9 warrior and the going for a build with Shining Assassin, I think Shining Assassin is probably in the worst spot right now, but with the patch maybe that'll change a little bit, we'll see. But anyway, so here I'm finally making more of a commitment to go for hunter, since I have now rolled the Skull Hunter and the Bunny Archer and 2 snipers. I mean, if you get 2 snipers before round 10, probably just worth it to try to slowly transition into going for hunter. The only issue with hunters is everyone's starting to pick up on the fact that hunters are strong, so the sniper does get grooved quite a bit. So keep that in mind. If you'd rather play something uncontested, if you notice a bunch of people going for hunters, going for 9 warrior is a good counter to that build, I think. Depending on their items, their carry can just end up taking a lot of reflect damage and killing itself, so keep that in mind. I think the second best way to counter this build, in the end game anyway, is to go for Scryer, which I'm not sure how many of you guys know about this little trick, but Scryer's ability against 6 hunters does disarm. So as long as she hits the sniper, she'll basically freeze him and disarm him. And if you put it in 4 Divinity, she'll do it over and over again. So do Scryer with 4 Divinity and Warlocks, or Scryer with 4 Divinity and Mages. And I think that's one of the, besides 9 Warriors, one of the best counters against this build right now. But getting back to the game, we just beat the creeps. So right here I'm digging for items. What I want here is either a burst rifle or frantic mask. But Maelstrom is probably the 3rd best thing I can get there, so that's fine. We'll take it. Just positioning to try to keep my sniper from getting hit too fast by an assassin jump. So I try not to put the sniper in the back corner too often. Maybe in the very end game I will, to play around stuff like Sorcerer's Chain. But otherwise, of course, I see this is what happens when you put it in the back corner. See how it got hit by the bunny stun? And so many people are playing hunters or feathered in the early game, so if you put it in the back corner, it's going to either get hit by an assassin and die too fast, or get hit by the bunny stun and die too fast. So you're better off most of the time, in my opinion, putting it up here tucked away like I have it here. So here we're skipping ahead to round 20. I do skip around quite a bit in this video, guys, if you haven't noticed already. just because the early game is not that exciting. And I think you guys get the idea of how to build it. You're just trying to find 6 hunter and get to level 8. I think sitting at level 8 is probably optimal right now. You could maybe even argue getting to level 9, but it depends on what the legendary pool is. But I think going to level 8, especially if it's not contested by other people, sitting on 8 and rolling for 3 stars, especially 3-star sniper, is probably the optimal strategy. So here I'm level 8 already, and I'm probably just going to try to build up back to like 50-ish gold, maybe a little bit lower. If I roll more snipers, maybe I'll roll more sooner. But so here we're on creep round. So yeah, on level 8, like I said, you want 6 hunters, and then your 7th and 8th unit, you want 1 cave, so you'll get 2 cave synergy if you have skull hunter, and 1 beast. So you want to play the otter. Make sure you're adding the 3-cost otter into your pool, because you want 2 beasts. You want to run otter and razor claw. Razor claw is just broken right now, so you get 2 beasts. You get razor claw, and razor claw, the bear will stun a lot, so a lot of times the sniper will clean up the majority of their build, and then the bear will stun their carry for you. So it's quite strong. There I was digging for burst rifle. Since we already had frantic, that's why I went for random there. With burst rifle getting nerfed, it might not be worth it to dig so hard for it going forward. You might just want to take the best item available. Here, someone dropped some items. Mithril armor prevents doom ult, so yeah, put that on the siren so it doesn't get doomed, so its ability can go off. Magic mirror, if siren was 2-star, I'd put it on siren so it would go off faster, but since it's not, I just opt to put it on the spider queen for more tankiness and frontline units. But yeah, at this point we're just chilling. We're pretty strong. I guess I decide to roll a little bit, digging for the sniper. Yeah, now that we're 1 off, we're just gonna roll everything probably after this fight. So in this lobby, there was a lot of beast players, and I think going like 6 beast with 3 hunter is pretty strong right now as well. You don't even need sniper in that build. And I think sniper actually might be bugged right now because the way it chains its attacks doesn't seem correct to me, because other hunters don't seem to chain their attacks quite as fast as sniper does. So I'd be on the lookout for a sniper nerf soon, or a change to the 6 hunter synergy. And when that happens, if they keep the same 3 hunter synergy the way it is currently, then going for 6 beasts with 3 hunter I think will be decent. Go for like siren, tsunami, and the otter. So here, yeah, we roll down, we hit the sniper 3, and that should be all she wrote at this point. But there are, like I said, there are ways to counter the sniper, scryer specifically. So we'll have to see if anyone of my opponents knows that trick and tries to use it against me here. Obviously, another way to counter the build is just through items. So they can get stuff like Sorcerer's Chain to freeze it, or they could go for Scythe of Vice to hex it. So if you guys haven't checked out my video from the other day, I did go over some endgame items and how they counter each other. So if you haven't seen that video, let me see which video it was. It was the Divinity Water Spirit video that I posted a day or 2 ago. So I'll try to put a link here on this video and in the description to that video so you guys can check it out. Just skip to the end and I go over some items that you can use to counter your opponent in the end game. But anyway, getting back to this game, yeah, I think there's 2 beast players left at this point, so both of those fights are going very similarly at this point. I have the Siren 2-star. The only thing I can really look for now, obviously, is Tsunami. Oh no, there was 3. Yeah, it was like all beast players. Crazy. That shows you how strong Beast is right now as well. So yeah, here I'm just scouting their items, trying to figure out if they have any items to counter me or what items I need to counter them. Yeah, so this guy has mostly offensive, like neither of them have any really good counter items. They don't have Scythe, and they don't have and they don't really have any good defense. They're mostly both just offensively focused items for both players, so we don't have to worry too much about picking specific items to counter them. Here I could go for like Necro and put it on Razor Claw, or even Orber Refresh and put it on Razor Claw. But that would be better if Razor Claw was 3-starred, so I just opt to go for the gloves and put it on the sniper. That's decent as well. I do think in this build, if you do 3-star the Razor Claw, which normally you can do pretty easily, but because like there was 3 Beast players there before that last guy just died, they were all griefing it, so we weren't really rolling it very often. But yeah, if you 3-star the Razor, putting the book on it or putting the Refresher Orb on it, I think are both pretty strong. I actually had one game where I had both the book and the Refresher on the Razor Claw in the Hunter build, and I think I 100%ed that game. It was summoning like three bears. it was crazy. All right, so here we finally pulled the Tsunami, so we'll throw that in. Yeah, this guy's like carrying the Razor Claw too, which I mean is okay, but there's definitely better carries for Beast than Razor Claw. Lancer or Shining Assassin would be better. I think the other guy has Shining Assassin as his carry. So yeah, just when you play Tsunami, guys, you got to watch out for like stuff like Taboo Witcher. Don't let it get silenced before it goes off. Stuff like Sorcerer's Chains, like I keep talking about. Anything that's going to prevent the Tsunami from going off before it dies, you got to be aware of. It's usually even at 1-star tanky enough to go off even if you frontline it by itself, but if it gets hit by a Taboo or frozen by an item, or if they have a really strong front line like a Rogue Guard right in front of it, it might die before it goes off, and then it becomes worthless. Obviously, you definitely want its ability to go off. And it chains so well with the Siren ult, because the Siren ult takes longer to go off. So if you get Tsunami to go off first and then Siren behind it, their whole board gets frozen for most of the beginning of the round. So we're down to 1v1. My opponent does have a Tsunami 2-star, so he's able to pretty regularly get the Tsunami to go off, which is a bit of an issue. I could try like backlining the sniper so it doesn't get hit by the Tsunami. I probably should have done that, honestly, since this is the guy carrying the Razor Claw. So he's not like jumping to the back corner with like a Red Fox or a Shining Assassin. So I probably should have moved the sniper to the like opposite back corner. Yeah, see how it died there? Yeah, taking a lot of damage. That's just bad positioning, so keep that in mind. At this point, I'm just rolling for whatever Razor Claws. We do just randomly roll 2 Shining Assassins. We already had the egg, so I think we just go ahead and add that in there. Yeah, we had 7 Hunters in, so we can just drop one of them. Doesn't matter which one, as long as we keep all the synergies. So it was either the Shining Archer. It was either going to be the Bunny Archer or the Spider Queen. Spider Queen's more tanky, so take out the Bunny Archer. See, I repositioned a little bit here to try to split up the Tsunami ult and the Storm of his beasts. I still don't like my positioning here. I should still put the sniper in the back row so it doesn't get hit by Tsunami. Alright. We already had the glove, so we didn't want another copy of that. We opt for random. We hit the Evasion Blade, which is pretty damn good on Shining Assassin. So that's nice. Here, I think I go for Chains just to stun him. No? Yes? No? Do I? Yeah, good. I wouldn't... suggest going for Refresher on Tsunami or Siren. I think it's overkill at this point because they're both going to go off, so having them go off twice isn't, especially with Sniper killing stuff so fast, it's not really necessary. Here I finally put the Sniper in the back corner. Took me long enough. And we're just going to have some 1v1s until one of us comes out on top. As your 9th unit, guys, like I said before, your 7th and 8th unit, you want Razor Claw and a Cave Clan unit. I suggest going for Storm Shaman or Bad Omen. And then as your 9th unit, if you have Bad Omen, you can put in a Warlock for 2 Warlock synergy. But if there's not a Bad Omen and you don't have an ability to add 2 Warlock, just go for, I think Light Spirit's good because combined with Tsunami and with Siren will do a ton of damage. Or just a good legendary. Shining Assassin's one of the better ones. It's super tanky and strong, so it can eat up a lot of attacks when it uses its shield like it did here. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, and please subscribe if you're not already. Peace!